You're watching South Asia Newsline, and here are the top stories we are tracking for you on Wednesday, the 28th of May. India's all-party delegation slams Pakistan in Panama, justifies Operation Sindoor. Hearing at tribunal unveils Sheikh Hasina's final defiance before leaving Bangladesh. And Nepal parliament stalls as opposition demands Home Minister's resignation over visa scam. And now for all the details. Lawmaker Shashi Tharoor, who is leading the all-party delegation to apprise about India's Operation Sindoor in Panama and 4 other countries, slammed Pakistan over its continuous attempts to spread terrorism in India. Unfortunately, our desire to be left alone is not reciprocated by the other side of the border, he said. Tharoor, while addressing the Indian community in Panama, further added that India has suffered attack after attack for almost 4 decades, and it is not acceptable for us to continue to bear the pain.
But we are telling you in advance, if it happens again, be prepared for worse to happen to them. This is the message we are giving. We are explaining what happened. We are seeking sympathetic understanding. But we are saying we are not going to tolerate anymore. If it happens again, there will be worse to come. And that warning we give in advance so that people understand.
New Delhi has sent a total of 7 all-party delegations to nearly 32 countries to present India's perspective to the global community after Operation Sindoor, which targeted 9 terror hideouts in Pakistan. These delegations aim to project the country's national consensus and resolute approach to combating terrorism and expose Pakistan's terror links. And in a not-so-shocking move, Pakistan's Council of Islamic Ideology (CII) has rejected the Child Marriage Restraint Bill 2025, describing it as un-Islamic, the Geo News has reported. The legislation that aims to fix minimum age for marriage at 18 and declaring a marriage below 18 as child abuse and punishable was moved by Sharmila Farooqi, a politician from Karachi. The council in the same meeting also declared that a divorced woman on completion of iddat period cannot claim non-nafqa. It means that a woman cannot claim financial support that a husband is obligated to provide to his wife during the waiting period. A woman has to observe after her marriage ends, according to Islam. The CII is a constitutional body of Pakistan founded in 1962, which is responsible for giving legal advice on Islamic issues to the government of Pakistan and its parliament. Moving on, in POJK, a sudden government crackdown on crushing plants has left thousands jobless and construction work paralyzed. Locals have raised alarm over rising unemployment and are demanding immediate intervention to prevent further economic distress.
In Muzaffarabad, the capital of Pakistan-occupied Jammu and Kashmir, hundreds of families are facing a dire crisis following the abrupt shutdown of a local crushing plant by the authorities. This sudden closure has brought construction activities across the region to a standstill, rendering countless daily wage earners jobless. As inflation continues to soar, families already struggling to make ends meet are now grappling with deepening hardship and uncertainty.
इस चीज़ को सब जानते हैं कि जो भी वजह है इसको उपन्न है, ये कोई छुपी लुकी बात तो है ही नहीं है। तो इस बारे में गवर्नमेंट को भी पता है, जो जज साहिबान हैं उनको भी पता है, तो जो हवाम है उनको भी पता है। तो ये सब मिल के इस जो मसले का हल निकालना चाहिए। यहाँ पे कुछ प्लाट ऐसे हैं कि जिनने गिरद गुबार के लिए पानी का बंदोबस्त किया हुआ है। तो यही सेम यही चीज़ पाकिस्तान में भी है, उनने भी पानी का बंदोबस्त किया हुआ है। उन मशीनों को पे पानी वो लगा रहे हैं जिससे वो गिरद गुबार काबू में आ रहा है। तो जो मशीनों में पानी नहीं लग रहा है वो खुश्क चल रहा है, उनकी जो गिरद गुबार वाकई उससे हवा मुतासर होती है। तो मशीनों वालों को चाहिए कि वो जो जहाँ जहाँ उनको पानी का बंदोबस्त हो सके वहाँ पे प्लांट लगा के, यहाँ पानी अगर दूर है तो पैप के ज़रिए से पानी ला के उस गिरद गुबार को वो काबू कर सकते हैं। तो ये मैं गुजारिश मशीन वालों से भी करूँगा कि वो भी इस चीज़ पे तवज्जो दें, जिससे आवाम मुतासर ना हो और इसमें बच्चे बूढ़े उनके लिए मुश्किलात पैदा ना हो।
Protesters say crushing plants had installed dust control systems using water sprays to reduce pollution, a standard practice across Pakistan. Yet, only in Pakistan occupied Jammu and Kashmir are these being forcibly shut down.
जो मौलियात का कह रहे हैं, ये जो अदारे हमारे मदनियात वाले या दूसरे अदालतें कह रही हैं कि मौलियात डिस्टर्ब हो रही है, हमारे ख़राब हो रही है, तो ये इस्लामाबाद एक दारुल खिलाफ है, उसमें भी ये मशीनें चल रही हैं, मरगला में और पाकिस्तान के पूरी दुनिया में मस्कत दुबई जाएँ, ये क्रश मशीनें चलती हैं। वहाँ रूल कानून बनाए जाते हैं, उस रूल के मुताबिक वो अमल दरामद करते हैं। यहाँ एक बंदा पाकिस्तान से ब्लाक लेके आएगा, उसको 200 रुपये ब्लाक पड़ेगा। क्रश वहाँ से लेके आ गए तो यहाँ अगर 20,000 की या 15,000 की क्रश लेके वो मकान नहीं बना सकता। 8 से 10 लाख आदमी बेरोजगार हो चुका है यहाँ आज़ाद कश्मीर में। रमज़ान में लेबर के लिए पेमेंट ही नहीं थी ठेकेदारों के पास।
The impact has been severe, with thousands of people in POJK losing their jobs. Block factories are closed. Private construction has stopped, and during Ramadan, many workers didn't get paid because contractors had no work.
Moving on, 80% of population of Kabul is living in informal settlements with poor healthcare, limited or no access to clean water, and lack safe green spaces, the United Nations Human Settlements Program, also known as UN Habitat, has stated. Unfortunately, children in these areas are among the most vulnerable groups. Earlier, the United Nations Children's Fund, or UNICEF, reported that 1 in 3 children in Afghanistan is out of school. The UN Habitat has reported that 4 out of every 5 residents in Kabul live in informal settlements and marginalized areas. Major reasons for such deteriorating condition in Kabul can be attributed to the ongoing socio-political conditions that forced people to live in poverty and displaced most residents to settle in unofficial neighborhoods with poor living spaces. All these reports put a question mark on how much the Taliban rule in Afghanistan is paying attention to its citizens' well-being. If immediate action is not taken, lives of millions of Afghans will continue to deteriorate, informed UN Habitat. And in a stunning revelation, nearly a year after protests toppled the last elected government in Bangladesh, Chief Prosecutor Mohammad Tajul Islam on Tuesday detailed the chaotic final hours of former PM Sheikh Hasina's government on August 5, 2024, as she was pressured to resign amid a mass uprising. According to Bangladesh Daily Pratham Alu, Islam detailed the account of Hasina's last hours in the country during a formal charge submission in a case at the International Crimes Tribunal. As per Islam, the night of August 4 was fraught with tension at Gana Bhavan, the official residence of Prime Minister, with multiple rounds of debates and meeting didn't yield result. He said as protests swelled, then Parliament Speaker Shireen Sharmin Chaudhary urged Hasina to step down, a suggestion vehemently opposed by senior Awami League figures. Islam further accounts that in the early hours of August 5, between midnight and 12:15 a.m., a critical meeting with armed force leaders saw Hasina's then defense advisor, Major General Tariq Ahmed Siddiqui, propose her resignation, in response to which reportedly Hasina furiously declared, "Then you shoot me and bury me here in Gana Bhavan." A similar meeting took place later in the morning, where military officials reiterated the need for a resignation, explaining that protesters were flooding Dhaka in a long march to Dhaka. Hasina remained defiant. It was only after military leaders contacted Hasina's son, Sajib Wazid Joy, warning that bloodshed was imminent, that she relented. Hasina left shortly before 11 a.m. with forces giving only 45 minutes for her to gather necessary stuff, Islam said. Notably, soon after Hasina left the official residence and sought refuge in India, it was raided and ransacked by the protesters. While her party is banned and several cases have been lodged against her, the deposed Prime Minister has said she will soon return to Bangladesh. And ahead of the budget presentation on Thursday, the lower house of Nepal Parliament is gripped by a deadlock as opposition parties demand the immediate resignation of Home Minister Ramesh Lekhak, citing his moral responsibility in a sprawling visit visa scam at Tribhuvan International Airport. The protest began after revelations by the Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority, which uncovered a network of immigration officers, travel agents and government officials allegedly extorting large sums from Nepalis seeking visit visas to travel abroad. The scam, described as organized human trafficking by lawmakers, has implicated members of Lekhak's private secretariat, intensifying calls for his resignation. The CIA's investigation spotlighted Tirtharaj Bhattarai, a joint secretary at the Home Ministry and former chief immigration officer at TIA, who was arrested on May 21 for alleged links to a human trafficking ring. Lawmakers allege that travelers, particularly those heading to Europe, paid up to 3 lakh Nepali rupees for visa clearance through coded conversations, unregistered bank transactions and backdoor dealings. Lekhak has defended himself, denying involvement and pledging to address the allegations in Parliament. The ruling Nepali Congress has also backed Lekhak, asserting no evidence links him to the scandal. That's all in tonight's edition. We'll see you same time tomorrow. Good night.